Well guys, I told you I had a surprise coming. Looks like the hotshot just pulled up that's hauling it. It's dark. It's about 6:30, but he asked if he could bring it by, and I said, you just bring that thing on by. So I figured we would come down and check it out. What do you think? You excited? Cool, so am I. Check it out. It's coming up. It's coming up. Can you make it out? Can you make it out? Well, you're gonna have to wait for tomorrow. All right, guys. Well, this is the next morning after my surprise video. We'll put that at the beginning of this video. What do you think we got? I know the sun's probably behind me, but what do you think we got? Here, we'll come up here. What do you think? What do you think about that? Oh, wait a minute. The camera's turned around. What's up? Woo! I got me a little big girl. It's a 2013 John Deere 75D. It's got steel wide track on it. Nice grouser pads. Super tight undercarriage. It was actually owned by a utility company that had it since it was brand new. And the only major problem that I found with it, and I knew about it when I bought it, it needs pins and bushings. I didn't check play in anything else, but I know pins and bushings, at least in the stick. I'm probably going to do the yoke. I may just do all 4 sets. Nice machine. It looks like it was sold by 5-Star. I think it's an equipment company. Jeremy was telling me about it. Yes, I was talking to Speedbinder Jeremy last night. Oh, this is actually a Deere bucket. A 30-inch. Well, I say it's a Deere bucket. What does that say right there? Nope, MTG. It's an MTG. Well, the only reason I'm wondering what bucket it is, because see these weird little teeth? I need to, obviously I need new teeth on it. Well, I couldn't figure out whose tooth that was. I think that's an MTG tooth. It's got a spring deal that goes in there and these side shanks, but they're whittled down to nothing. So we're gonna get a set of teeth for it. I think that's what it is the MTGs. If you guys know what these are, let me know, but I think it's an MTG tooth from what I was looking at. But as you can see, the machine's kind of faded. It's got oxidation on it, you can tell. I took a little bit of polishing compound, about 30 seconds in a rag. It took that spot where the emblem was out. See, where you can still see the emblem and that. Well, I've told you guys this before, but I so happen to have a neighbor that's a body guy. I called him this morning, I was like, hey man, you want to polish out a machine? He goes, what do you mean? I told him, and he goes, bring that thing down. So we're headed down there right now. We're gonna head down in a minute, but I figure I'd do a little bit of a walk around. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know this size machine well at all. I don't know the machine well at all. But luckily, when I walked up to it, I saw this door. It was in the dark. There's your pattern changer. Well, I'm glad I found that, because they had it in backhoe. I haven't ran backhoe in one of these for a long time. I was like, well, this is gonna be rough getting it off of somebody else's trailer and backhoe that I don't run. But everything looks good. Sprockets look really good. Machine looks good. It seems like if it's got a messed up panel, this panel is messed up. And the only thing it's got is a scratch in it. I looked at an Hitachi 85, which I really don't need the pivot boom. I'm totally fine with conventional boom because all I'm going to do is go pull trees. But the other machine, like this door was all mangled up and everything else. It looks like somebody has serviced it relatively recently. But see how it's all faded and oxidized? We're gonna go down to my neighbors and fix that. But all in all, you know, I'm sure they washed it because it looks like they washed all the grime there, but they didn't get back into the back. I mean, that's to be expected. The only thing I'm not quite sure about, and maybe one of you guys know, a 75D John Deere. It's a 2013. So I want to, let's just get in the cab and I'll show you up there. I want to take this foot control off, okay? This is just single acting for like a hammer. Well, you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be pulling trees. So I want a hydraulic thumb. Well, so this has thumb controls in it. And if you flip this switch, which Jeremy kind of walked me through it because he knows these machines a little bit better than I do. When you flip that switch, hit your pilot there, you can hear it clicking. So it's wired to a relay. It's wired to a relay somewhere, and I would like to know where those wires go. Now what I'm going to do today is I'm going to follow that wiring down up underneath the belly of the machine, and I'm going to see what valve that goes to. I'm hoping that wherever that valve is where the wires are for this, because I'm hoping I could just use this for my proportional valve and put a two spool valve, a double acting, and I can actually run my thumb and not have to buy a joystick. That'd be kind of nice. But throttle control, auto idle on and off, power or economy, rabbit turtle, work lights. This does, I believe, the bottom one in the house, and then this does the one out on the boom. One is the house, I think 2 is the boom and the house. Obviously wipers, push it for your jet, and then we've got a 12-volt power source. And then be careful, I didn't realize, I was like, oh look, a cigarette lighter. Jeremy goes, watch it, one of those are 24 volt. It is, it says 24 volt right on it. So don't go blowing stuff up. Heater controls, which is kind of nice. Haven't even tried the radio. I don't even know if it works. Hey, we got static. You know me and radio. Let's turn it to something. Well, I guess we'll go all the way up. If you're in Kansas City. Hey. Nice. Nice. Alright, turn that off so we don't get demonetized. Because you guys know what music that was. They've got a lot of money. They'll get me. I don't know what. Oh, I guess that's just a broken piece. Okay. I assume that is your travel alarm disconnect. Here's your horn. Window rolls up. I haven't done it yet. I don't know. Oh, look at this. I bet you that's a sunshade. Oh, baby. Look at that. Woohoo! Yeah, that's awesome. Sunshade. We're going to tint the windows. Sorry. I'm kind of looking at it for the first time with you guys because it was dark when I got in here. Obviously, side window doesn't move in one of these because it's conventional boom. This side window does open up, which is kind of nice, so you don't have to open the entire door. That would be kind of nice. You could crack the window a little bit or something. Typical latch. But we'll go ahead and tint the windows. I don't know what we're going to tint them, how dark we're going to tint them yet. But when you open your door, so this bottom glass typically comes out, and it looks like it probably does because it's got a seal on it. Well, a lot of times when you see these, that's what that's for. So it cradles down into that, and you can actually put the glass in there more than likely. I don't know that for a fact, so if you can't, don't yell at me because I told you wrong. But typically that's what it is. Here's you like a defroster for the windows, so you can see all that stuff. I don't know, man, I haven't looked in this thing to see where we can attach a camera. Wow, I know, I'm gonna say something about a magnet being awesome. I know. All right, let's put our valve down and we'll throttle up. You guys can see your first moves here. I mean, the machine does operate pretty good. And I mean, you can see that bucket. I mean, shims and bushings would do quite a bit for that. It's got a decent amount of reach out. I think it's like 22.5 feet. It's kind of deceiving because it's, you know, a bigger cab and a bigger machine, but I bet you it's out there a ways. It seems like it's out there a ways compared to my Deere, or compared to my Yanmar. Now I'm gonna be confused because I got a Deere and a Yanmar, but nice cycling machine. You know, we got power. We can pick the machine up with the blade. You know, all the stuff everybody always checks and does and all that. It has a little bit of play in this boom, just the slightest bit. I don't know if you can see that. You can get it to float around in there. Not very much. I don't know. I really don't think that I want to go through and pull the boom out of it just to you know, fix that little tiny bit. But I really do like the machine. I really like the machine. I bought it from, let's give these guys a shout out. I bought it from Mid-Country Machinery, and I actually got it from that location in Brewerton, New York. But I guess they've got either three or four places in Iowa, I believe also. It looks like a pretty big outfit. It's used machine. They were totally forthcoming with me. They told me, the salesman I was talking to, he goes, hey, I think the right hand wheel motor's a little weak. It is. When you're on flat ground, it's great. When you're trying to go up like my driveway, it's a little bit of a struggle because the right drive motor doesn't, you know, want to keep up with the left. And then if you're turning to the left, then it's kind of hard to get that right hand drive motor to go because it has to go faster than the left. So it's a little bit of a struggle. I've got a buddy that runs a hydraulic repair place. I'm probably going to have him rebuild at least that one, but I'll probably do both. We'll just wait. We're going to use it on a couple jobs, see if anything else comes up. I'm going to get new tooth adapters, and if nothing else comes up, we'll go ahead and pull the drive motors out when I don't have a use for it, and then we're going to go ahead and get them rebuilt. So I'll have a video on it as long as the machine plays out like I hope it will. So anyways, I hope you guys kind of like this little intro video. It does have like a real fancy seat. This is your back adjust, and this is your seat adjust. It's kind of crazy. And then, oh, I guess we got like an air up bolster. This is to move the seat forward and back, and then obviously this is your weight. Well, I don't know how that's supposed to, oh, 10-4. It's adjusted for little guys. Must have had a really light operator in it. You spin that and it's turning. I don't want to tell you guys how much I weigh, but I guess I am. Anyways, but yep, it seems like a really nice tight machine. Let's get out and kind of do it. Here's how you open your door. But I'll probably touch this type of stuff up, you know, anywhere that's kind of rusty. I'll DA it down and I'll touch it up the best I can. I mean, I may have Richard look at it and see what he says, but you know, stuff like that I can touch up. But I'd really like to get the paint to shine again. We'll get the mirror adjusted out. It's tightened up. Nice, decently heavy blade. I mean, you know, it's boxed in and everything else. Typical Deere and Hitachi. It's a well-made machine. It's not like, you know, just some no-name or you know, China-made. I'm not talking bad about anybody, but it's definitely a good quality machine. It's I believe it's considered a zero tail. When you spin around, you don't have much butt hanging out. So for me, going in the woods, to me, I think this is a perfect size. Yes, bigger's always better when you're pulling trees, but I don't want to own a truck that big to haul a machine. So that being said, this weighs 18,000 pounds. Well, the hot shotter that brought it to me yesterday, he had a 1-ton Dodge, and he had a 24K trailer with 2 12s. I looked at the sticker because I was intrigued, and it said he could haul 15,000 pounds. He said he hauled it just fine. Well, I'm not that guy. I'm gonna get a trailer that's big enough to haul it. This machine weighs, with the steel tracks, without the operator in it, it's about 18,000 pounds. So I want something that will at least haul 18,000 pounds, but I don't think I'd really have a problem with throwing it on the back of the 450. Yes, it's heavier than what I pull right now, but if it's too heavy for the 450, I got little girl. I'll pull it with my dump truck. Haven't decided if I'm gonna build a trailer, buy a trailer, or what, but anyways, I hope you guys liked the little intro video. This is my new girl. I haven't named it yet. Why don't you guys send me names? You know, I was thinking about like Big Betty or something like that. I know it's not a big hoe, but it's big for me. But I don't know, Big Betty, I don't know, I don't want to say it's played out, but everybody kind of calls it that every time I think of something. That seems like what somebody's calling, you know, a machine. But anyways, we'll call it something. If you guys have any ideas, go ahead and shoot them to me, and heck, maybe it'll strike something up. Maybe I'll use it. But anyways, I say we go ahead and track this thing down to my neighbors, and we'll take some video of him polishing out the yellow on it, because the gray looks really good. You know, the gray looks good. I'm not too worried about that, but we're gonna polish out the yellow and see if we can get it to shine a little better. It'll be nice. I mean, at least that way I won't have to repaint the machine. Not that I'd repaint the machine because it's older anyways, but you know me, I want my stuff to look good, even if we're going in the woods. All right, guys, have a nice day. I appreciate you, and let's go get this thing polished.